All right, so here are 10 strategies to explode your blog's traffic after you publish it, so you can drive that traffic back to your website and get all the sales and consultations and bookings and all the things that you want to get. And make sure you stay to the end. I have a bonus strategy for you and lots of great tips on some software that you guys can use along the way. So let's dive in. The first strategy is publishing your blog to Google Search Console after you publish it to your website. So if you go over here to the Google Search Console, you'll have to register your website and your domain first and verify ownership. But once you do, you just come up here to the top and you would enter in your blog post URL up here, and you would hit enter, and then it will basically tell you if the blog post is indexed or not. And then you can move to the next step, which is actually indexing it. That's an important step. You need to make sure your blog content is getting indexed. Therefore, Google can review it and show it and present it to people that are searching for it. So if it's not indexed, that's an important missed step. So that is number one. And real quick, you can also do it with Bing as well. You'd have to do the same thing, register, verify your domain ownership, go to Bing Webmaster Tools, and you would do the same thing and actually publish it in Bing. Not as big, not as important, but it's still a good next step for your blog articles. All right, step two, what we're gonna do is take that blog post and we're gonna break it down into slides to use for Instagram. So the best way to do that is to use ChatGPT. So I would basically just pop it in here and ask with a prompt to break it into 5 to 7 slides. So let's just we're going to have it create a blog article since I'm lazy. This is not how I would create blog articles because it's not going to be SEO optimized at all. Write a blog article on AI, whatever. So we're just going to use AI. And then what we're going to do is ask it to act as an Instagram expert and break this into 5 to 7 potential slides for Instagram. So we're going to use this prompt and see what it does. And we're going to break this out into multiple posts. So we can basically post on my Instagram, then link back to the link in bio to read the full post, driving traffic back to our blog. So here we go. Slide 1, slide 2, slide 3. Now we'd actually have to create the actual images for this. This is just the descriptions. So what you can do to create the images, you can have AI create it. That's still kind of a little wonky, but I would pop over to Canva, and they have lots of really good templates in here, which you can search for. You can just do Instagram or social media and Instagram posts, square, and then basically you can use one of their many templates here. If I just search for AI, I can use their AI templates, replace the text, save it, pop this text in that it came up with for the different slides, and then start posting those every day. If you do 5, you do 7, you can do 1 every single day. And that's a week's worth of content driving. Hopefully the goal is always to drive that traffic back to your blog posts, help it rank better, and then in return, help your website rank better and help drive traffic back to your website so you can get all the things from it. Strategy number 3 is repurpose this same content for Pinterest. So what you can do is you can go back into Canva and you can use the same slide ideas, but instead of Instagram, we're going to use Pinterest, and we're going to look for Pinterest templates. So you can do Pinterest pin. It already has these pins that you can do. There's carousel ads, but we want to do the pins. So we already have it here. Another way to do this is we can go back to this one and we can just resize it to the for the Pinterest. So we can click here and we can do Pinterest, and we do Pinterest pin, click, and we can just resize the design, and then we're good to go. So then we can just make sure all this looks right, download all these, and then start pinning them to Pinterest, which is still kind of a under the radar social media tool, but it still works really well for driving traffic back to your blog posts and back to your websites. And that brings us to strategy number 4, which is repurposing this blog post for LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great way to add content to drive traffic back to your website, and it's a really missed opportunity. And you don't want to just post a link on LinkedIn. You want to post some substance, some actual information, most of the actual article to engage them on the platform, and then they reward you anyway for posting great content and not just links. Not just links are going to help you. So you can go back here and we can just use a prompt. I mean, this is a basic prompt. I'd probably rework this, but act as a LinkedIn copywriting expert. Rewrite this blog for LinkedIn with calls to action that entices readers to click back to the full blog post, because the ultimate goal always is a call to action to get them back on your website. So we're just going to see what it comes up with here. And then from our blog post, we can actually copy and paste this in to LinkedIn. Whether this is good or not, again, you're only as good as the input here, but you get what I'm trying to do. So yeah, there's a call to action to read the full blog post, but this is, and then it has some other call to actions here with some hashtags. But this is a good start. You want to actually post some good, some long form articles on LinkedIn. Those are working the best rather than short form, and it's a more long form content place for content, especially if you're doing business to business work. It works really well. So that is number 4. And the 5th strategy is to post your blog article to your Google business profile. This is really great for local SEO and a huge missed opportunity. So if we go over to Google and we just search for, let's just search for lawyer, see what comes up here. These are Google business profiles right here. It has all their information, and you can post updates here, which they did post. These are all updates, and they do this to drive engagement, but also for SEO purposes, because when you click in here, it has the information, then you can add calls to action back to your website to book now, buy now, or check out the full blog article. So you can do that. So what you need to do is take your blog article and repurpose it for the Google business page, because it can't be longer than 1,500 characters, and you want to make sure it's optimized for SEO. So you can ask, again, ChatGPT to do that. So we can just have a basic prompt here asking it to rewrite this for the Google business page. And then once it rewrites it, we would just take this and copy this over to the Google business page and post an update. So you should do this with every single blog article. You can see it has a call to action. Plus you can add a call to action button within your Google business page updated post. And all of that works in tandem for SEO and also to drive traffic back to your blog post to increase that blog's ranking. And that brings us to strategy number 6, which is to turn it into a podcast. So you can use a free tool like Notebook LM and actually create a realistic human-style dialogue with the information that's in your blog post. And you can even do it in multiple languages. You can do it in Spanish, French, Chinese, whatever you want to do depending on your audience. Then you can upload that audio to SoundCloud and even embed it in your blog post. And now you've increased time on page because people are going to be listening to that audio that's embedded in your blog post. And if you want to take this a step further, you can then publish your blog post to a website like Libsyn, which allows you to publish it across the board. You can publish it from Libsyn on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, wherever. There's like 15, 20 different places that this allows you to publish it across the board, thus increasing your chances and traffic back to your blog posts. And that brings us to strategy number 7, which is internal and external linking. So you want to, when you have a blog post such as this, you want to internally link it to other pages on your website, especially your money pages. If you want people to book a consultation, you can embed that link inside your blog post somewhere. You can also link it to other places on your website, other blog posts, product pages, whatever you want. So this is a plant blog post, and that you can see there's an internal link here, and there's an internal link here, and it's going to go to a relevant spot to keep them in your ecosystem, keep them in your website, and it will boost the authority of all your pages if they're bouncing around. You also want to put external links in there. So if you have trusted sources that you want to send them to that you trust, that has to be high authority trusted sources, you can send them off your page to another resource that's really good, that would increase the engagement. And if they see the traffic's coming to them, they may backlink back to you. Now, a good tool that I use for this, which makes it a lot easier, is Arvo. This is an all-in-one blogging SEO writer tool, which is really good. You can customize it to your brand. You can fully customize it, add all your information, add your stock images, add your brand knowledge base, everything like that. But if you go to, here's a sample article, you can actually add your own sitemap, and then it will automatically include those internal and external links. So here's an example. This is like a diet plan article that we did really fast. If you go to here, you can see that it has internal link here, internal link here, internal link here. So you can do internal and external links very easily inside this Arvo software, which is kind of next level. So when you go to create the articles, you can edit this, and then you can go in and here's where you can add your own knowledge base, but here's where you can add your sitemap, and it'll automatically internal link to your other pages, and you can add your own external links, or it'll do it for you. So that's really cool, and that makes your life a lot easier for doing this process. Strategy number 8 is embedding a YouTube video inside your blog post. And this is really next level. If you have your own YouTube channel, you can embed your own relevant YouTube video inside your blog post. If you don't, you can go and find someone else's YouTube video that's relevant and do it and embed it and give them credit. But it also helps the engagement, helps the bounce rates of having that embedded in your article. Now, again, Arvo does this for you. You can have this set up where it will automatically embed the YouTube video for you, a relevant one or your own, whatever you want to do. So here's one for real estate. If I scroll down here, it's top 5 tips on buying a new home YouTube video that's relevant to this article about 5 things to look for when buying a new home. And you can do this when you set up your articles. You can have it do this automatically. So if we go in here, we go into videos, I can have it automatically find a relevant YouTube video, or I can add my own channel and it'll do it for you. Regardless of whether you're using Arvo or not, this is always a great tactic to increase the engagement of your articles and increase the number of people and the traffic that are coming to your YouTube or coming to your blog post, but also coming to your website from your blog post and from your YouTube videos. Strategy number 9 is to add custom illustrations if you want inside your blog article. So you can use a free tool, it's free as of this video, such as Napkin AI, to automatically generate images that you can then download and put in your article. So if we go back to our ChatGPT here, we can take a part of this article, our original article. So let's just scroll back up here and see how AI is used today. Let's just copy this. And then no matter what you put in here, you can turn this into a chart or a graph. So we can have it analyze this, and then it will create a chart or a graph that's visually appealing. And this is great for a lot of different use applications. You can kind of scroll through here and see which one you like. There's so many. There's a lot of different options here. But no matter which one you like, you click on it, and then you can change the colors if you want, and then you're good to go. And then you can hit export, download it, and then you basically embed it in your blog article. And then behind the scenes, make sure it has alt text and all the SEO friendly things to increase the engagement of the article as well, and also increases the chances that it'll be found in search. All right, and that brings us to strategy number 10, almost at the end here, but use your blog article to add interactive lead magnets. So interactive charts, guides, informational elements, so it keeps them engaged. And what am I talking about? I'm not talking about just adding a random guide or random chart in your blog article. You can create and embed interactive lead magnets inside your blog. So Arvo, again, love this tool. There's so many use applications for it, but we can go in here, we can go to lead magnets. Here is one we did for a realtor. So you can create whatever you want. You tell it the prompt that you want. This is one, what is your total household yearly income? So it helps new home buyers determine what they can afford. They put in their household yearly income in here, and we'll just put 200,000. We'll click here to see your new home budget. It's going to give them a detailed breakdown of what they can afford, and we can embed this inside our blog article. And it makes that stagnant blog article interactive, and it's giving them real-time information that they can sit there and play with. It's going to decrease the bounce rates. And then it collects leads after the fact as well that you can export and work with. Here's one we did on fitness. This is basically generating a workout plan. You just put in the number of days that you want to work out, and it's going to create a workout plan for you. So you can create lead magnets for any use case that you want using AI and embed them inside your blog article. So here's 3 days of amazing workouts with some considerations here. So you can see how this is very engaging and would make this kind of next level for your blog articles that a lot of people aren't doing, that kind of works passively for you, but it works actively for the people landing on your blog posts. And as a bonus, if you have blog posts that are not performing over time, go ahead and delete them. It's like pruning the bad leaves off a tree. If they're not doing you any good, people aren't engaging with them, or has few views, go ahead and delete them and save that room on that and that valuable real estate for the blog articles that are performing. And all of these 10 steps will absolutely help your blog articles perform out of the gate a lot better than not doing any of these 10 steps. Check out the link below. There is a link. You can try Arvo out for free if you want to take advantage of it. It's an amazing tool that I use every single day that will help this process a lot better and make it a lot easier for you and a lot quicker and save you a ton of time. And if you want to check out some more features on Arvo, check out this video I did here. Hopefully that helps you guys out. I'll be back soon. Have an amazing day.